Hey everybody, I hope that you're all doing well. As always, I'm here with an update on what has happened in Washington, D.C. this week. So let's get started with all of it. First up, I had the pleasure this week to invite my good friend and senior advisor to President Trump for the U.S. Agency for Global Media, Ms. Kari Lake, to the hearing this week for the Foreign Affairs Committee. Now, USAGM, which she is the head of, can trace its roots all the way back to fighting Nazis in World War II by combating propaganda and ensuring that countries where freedom of press does not exist have access to credible and unbiased information. But instead of keeping its original focus on its core mission, USAGM lost its way. It's now plagued with investigations demonstrating that the agency is a cesspool of spies and lies and mismanagement. We could give you example after example. This agency has gone so far off course, it actually promotes the propaganda from other countries that it was originally created to go out there and defeat. So while American taxpayers foot the bill for programs under this agency, because you're the ones that pay for everything a part of USAGM, they are being run by enemies in many cases of the United States. Now, as an example of just how far this agency has fallen, one of the programs that it oversees, Voice of America, probably many of you have heard of it, actually censored interviews due to pressure from the Chinese Communist Party. They're the Voice of America, but they censored because China wanted them to censor something. They actually hired and gave a platform to a member of the Taliban who then spewed hatred for President Trump and his terror travel ban back in his first administration. So let me put that a different way. They hired a terrorist to promote their hate for President Trump's terror travel ban. Voice of America and USAGM, they were supposed to promote American ideals, but they promoted anti-American propaganda and doled out jobs to foreign nationals, many of whom were very literally national security risks. Now, thankfully, under President Trump and under Kari Lake's leadership, we are making sure that USAGM, it works for the American people, not Xi Jinping or Vladimir Putin or the Taliban or somebody else. I'm going to keep you updated as we continue our mission to ensure that every dollar and every diplomat that comes out of your pocket, your dollars, your dime, that they're out there putting America first. That was not taking place, and I'm proud to see the changes that are taking place in USAGM. I want to switch gears. On the House floor this week, we made big strides to support those who have sacrificed for the United States of America by passing the Military Constructions, Veterans Affairs, and Related Agencies Appropriations Act, the dollars that go into the Department of Veterans Affairs. We voted to provide over $453 billion to help those who have put their lives on the line for the United States of America, the Army, Navy, Marines, the Air Force, the Coast Guard, and now even the Space Force. World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Panama, Kosovo, Bosnia, Somalia, Iraq, Afghanistan, peacetime, all times in between. We are funding better housing for military families, and we are fully funding veterans' health care programs and benefits, including veteran medical care, and fully funding toxic exposure-related needs. Through this legislation, we're bolstering our national security and our border protections. We can never truly thank the men and women that sacrifice for this country, the ones that put on a uniform. We can't ever thank them enough. But making sure that we fully fund what they need to accomplish their mission going forward in life after the military, that is at the very least what Congress can go out there and do. I also want to say that I'm incredibly proud that the House included and passed an amendment that I put forward in this appropriations bill, which ensures that veterans have better access to every tool possible when it comes to healing from the visible and the invisible wounds of war. Now, when I woke up in Walter Reed Army Medical Center a number of years ago after injury, I was on a laundry list of medications that I had never been on before in my life. It was a shock to me. It was a shock to my system. It wasn't just being on ibuprofen. It was being on antidepressants, anti-inflammatories, multiple narcotic painkillers, you name it, things like this. And as soon as my doctors would allow me, I started to quit all of these things cold turkey. But not every veteran has that same story. I've met with countless veterans who, after sustaining severe injuries in battle, have found themselves addicted to opioids prescribed for sleep and pain management and never given an alternative to these drugs. This has to change. Under my amendment, doctors are given the chance to effectively advise their patients. Under the status quo, VA doctors are limited in what treatment options they can even discuss with their patients, treatments that their civilian neighbors readily access. But with this amendment, doctors will be able to discuss cannabis as a treatment option with their patients in states where cannabis is legal. That's important because if a veteran is going out there thinking about whether cannabis is going to be a treatment option for them, but not speaking to their VA physician because they don't want to tell them about it, because the VA physician can't do anything about it, can't talk to them about dosages of something that they're on, can't discuss how that's going to interact with other medications that they may be on, or a heart condition or something else. That is a significant problem because it's legal in one place in their state, but their VA doctor can't talk to them. It's wrong to force veterans who are trying to heal to lie on forms and self-medicate. My legislation, it takes a step to fix all of that. Now it's up to the Senate to take this up in their appropriations bill, but I look forward to getting it over the finish line. On that note, as always, it is an honor to serve you. I look forward to seeing you all around home, and you all take care. Hey everyone, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, please click like and subscribe. I will be back on YouTube with more exclusive content, so stay tuned.